Welcome back to the battle for Greyport. We are doing the Blood Moon Rising scenario. It's a medium difficulty scenario. And up now is Zot, the wizard. He's got a warg and a werewolf on him, and he has no items. He just has 2 acolytes and himself. But he has splash damage, so if he attacks the warg, he can splash damage 2 over to the werewolf. It says heroes without items can't fight werewolves, but splash damage isn't considered fighting. It's just considered splash damage. So there's that. We do have Captain Whitehawk over here with a lot of items. She's got 1 item here, and she's got a ship mage to play it. And I'm wondering if we want to go ahead and do that, but I think we're probably going to have to, because we need to get rid of the werewolves, but she also needs to get rid of the shellback. But at the end of Zot's turn, he will be able to recruit one of the items over there. So anyway, I think we're going to start off. We're going to have Zot himself go. So he'll play himself as 1 hero with 2 splash damage. And I think we're going to see how this goes, because if he knocks the warg out and whatever. So we're just going to be rolling 1 yellow die and 2 splash damage. So we're going to attack the warg because we don't have an item to attack the werewolf. So we're going to roll 1 yellow die and see what we get. And then the warg's already got 2 damage. So if we roll a 3 or 4 here, the warg will be killed. We roll a 1, of course. Well, these yellow dice. They do have 3s and 4s on them. 1 damage. The warg's going to take 1 damage, 2 up to 3 damage. The werewolf will take 2 splash damage because that's Zot's ability. And we'll put a beat on him because he has activated himself. So we're going to go from 1 damage up to 3 here on the werewolf. Alright, that's not horrible. We are now going to take, we're going to go ahead with Captain Whitehawk. She's going to play 1 hero. She's not going to play herself, because we don't want to exhaust her. But she can't get an item. I wonder if she should just play herself. She doesn't have an item though. Anyway, so we have an item. So we can attack the werewolf directly. But we're not going to, because we have, actually we are going to do that. We have Cleave. So basically when she plays the shipmate, it's going to do 1 damage, 2 damage for the projecting ring. We can taunt, but we don't have to. But she might actually, does she want to taunt one of the creatures away from the, oh boy, I think we might want to taunt one of the creatures away from the location, the Dwarven ruins. Do we want to do that? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to taunt the rat swarm away from the ruins. Now it's tank, so we have to hit it first, which I think will be okay. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to put that over with her location. And now we're going to play her her cards. So, and she has Cleave. Cleave means you can attack 2 monsters in the active group at one time. So she's going to attack the werewolf and the warg, both doing 3 damage. And that's just how that works. So boom, 3 damage on both of them. I'm going to put the bead on here. So the werewolf takes 3 damage. He's up to 6 damage. Not enough to kill him. He has 10 health. And 3 damage on the warg that's already got 3 damage is enough to kill it. So the warg is out of here. That's good. And Zot can still taunt somebody if he wants. He could taunt the giant cobra away. Does he want to do that even? Just think about that and we'll come right back. And I thought about it, and I don't think he's going to taunt at this moment. Alright, so we've played all the cards we can play. So of course we follow a handy dandy little thing at the end of turn. So the monster damage. So we only have 1 werewolf on Zot. Zot's going to take 1 damage. He's going to go from 8 health. He was sitting at 8 health. He will drop down to 7. Which is still pretty good. Like I said, when we go from scenario 1 to scenario 2, I do cheatingly add 2 health to each character to keep them alive a little bit longer, make the game last a bit. Otherwise, I find in this scenario, you just get completely annihilated. Alright, as my voice goes, that's just wonderful. Alright, discard all played cards. So this time we're going to discard all played cards. So Zot played himself. He'll exhaust, but of course he will refresh at the end of his turn anyway. And we're going to be discarding the projecting ring and the ship mage for Captain Whitehawk. And that's the end of her for discarding cards. Continuing on. Alright, we discarded our cards. And, oh, monster damage to the location. I almost forgot that. So the location is going to take 1 damage from the giant cobra. 4 health down to 3. Getting ahead of myself here, which is not good. So Zot took a damage. Location took 1 damage. Cleanup abilities. No. Discard all play cards. We just did that. Discard any unused shield tokens. We didn't have any. Recruiting. So the defending player gets to recruit. So let's go take a look at the items. He's got 1 silver coin, 2 copper coins left. Let's see what Zot wants to get. Alright, and all items are blue, which means they're going to go with the Acolyte. Zot himself is a blue character, a magical character, so he gets to use any of them. This one gives you a shield and do a wield. This one gives you, oh, this is gold. We can't recruit it. We don't have a gold coin. We can draw a card, again, extra hero, or we can re-roll any 1 die we roll for copper. I think he's going to go ahead with his copper coin. It's not too expensive. His copper coin, he's going to spend that, and he's going to go ahead and get the attenuating ring. So the attenuating ring will let him draw a card and play 1 extra hero, which is pretty cool. So he's going to go ahead and do that. It goes directly to his hand. And of course we refill this immediately. About Claymore, it's gold. Okay, Claymore is awesome. However, it's gold. We're not going to be able to recruit that until the next scenario when we get some gold coins. Alright, that's it for recruit. Let's go back to play order and see what we do next. Alright, back to the play order and see what we do next. So that was recruiting, and now we discard the defending player. So the defending player would discard down to 5 cards, or discard any cards we do not want. We are going to discard 1 Acolyte, because we already have an Acolyte, the Attenuating Ring. Actually, Zot himself could play. I wonder if we should discard both of them. Both Acolytes. I think we're just going to discard 1 Acolyte. Alright, and then we would draw up to 5 cards. So he's got 1, 2. So he's going to draw, this is his deck. 3, 4, he gets a soldier, another Acolyte. And he needs to draw 1 more card. So this is his discard pile. So we're going to shuffle that. And he's going to end up drawing up 1 more card. And see what he gets. So, alright. And he gets short sword. Okay, that's another item. That's good. We need items to attack werewolves. So that's a good thing to be drawing. So I'm going to put the deck underneath the card. Okay, that was discarded cards. Refill. So we just refilled, and refill himself, which means he's going to refresh. So he's ready to go for the next round. All right, then the top marker at the end of the round then moves over to the next player, which is Captain Whitehawk. All right, that was not a bad round. Zot down to 7 health. Captain Whitehawk down to 8. Whitehawk now has 3 enemies in front of her. That might be a bit of an issue. Let's adjust the camera a little bit and get into her turn. Alright, so it's Captain Whitehawk's turn. She will probably just go ahead and use herself. She can use herself and 1 other hero. She only has 2 deckhands, a ship mage, no items. And we have to attack the rat swarm directly, because it's a tank unit. Tanks are in the front line. You have to attack the tank first. So she's going to go ahead and play herself, and then she's going to go ahead and she's going to play 1 deckhand. And we'll see how that works. So this is this rest of her hand, and this is her deck. Like I said, trying to keep things organized. So she can play an extra hero. Plays herself, plays a deckhand. Alright, let's go ahead and attack the rat swarm. So she's going to be rolling 1 yellow die, and then we'll figure out what we want to do with Zot afterwards, if we can get rid of that rat swarm. So if she rolls a 4, she rolls a 2, of course. Oh, darn it, this is kind of sucky. Alright, she rolls a 2, so we do 2 damage to the rat swarm. Darn it. And there we go. 2 damage rat swarm. It takes double damage from splash, but it's a tank. So anyway, so that was Captain Whitehawk going. She's used herself up. And the deckhand now. She can play another character. She might as well. The deckhand will then hit the giant rat swarm for 1. 2 damage up to 3. And unfortunately, this is not really what I wanted. We only do 1 damage, not knocking the rat swarm out. Oh boy. Alright, what else do we have for... Zot now can play a character. I think Zot is just going to go ahead and play 1 Acolyte for 1 damage to kill the rat swarm, saving himself and all of his items for the next turn, which I think is probably the best way to go. So he's just going to go ahead and play one Acolyte. And that's all he's doing. Boom, 1 damage on the rat swarm. That will destroy the rat swarm. It is out of here. And we're still going to take 2 damage, though, for Captain Whitehawk. I don't know. Maybe I'm just playing this game badly. I don't know. It's hard to get the items to attack the werewolves. It makes this scenario very difficult. Alright. We can still taunt with Captain Whitehawk, but I don't think we want to do that. I don't think we want to do that. She's got a deckhand, a ship mage left. Alright, so I think we're finished playing cards we can't attack. Shellback without items can't attack. A werewolf without items. And we could have used... Zoth did not have an item though. Oh, he had the attenuating ring. He could have done that. But I think we're okay. I think he might save some of that stuff for the next... Anyway, I think we're doing okay. Alright, so we're end of the turn. We've played all our characters. And we follow down the line again. So first monster, active group does damage to Whitehawk. She's going to take 2 damage. She's at 8 health. She drops down to 6 health. Alright. And then the monsters do damage to the location. The giant cobra is still attacking the Dwarven ruins. 3 health down to 2. It is still alive and kicking and can actually take another round before it's destroyed. I think we're going to... And the second we taunt that creature away from the Dwarven ruins, we're going to trigger the advantage here at the ruins. So we'll probably be able to do that in the next episode. Okay, that was monsters doing damage. Now it's cleanup. So would we have any cleanup abilities? No cards have cleanup abilities on them. Discard all the played cards. Alright, so we're going to discard the Acolyte for Zoth the Wizard. And I'm turning them sideways. It makes things so much easier for you to remember. We're going to discard the deckhand for Captain Whitehawk. Captain Whitehawk herself was used, so I flip her sideways. I'm just trying to keep things organized. You know, it's kind of, we're just going to flip her back here in a second, but I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Okay, that was, where are we here? Discard all play cards. Discard any unused shield tokens. Don't have any shield tokens. And next we have recruit. This time Captain Whitehawk gets to recruit. She's got a silver coin, 2 coppers. Let's take a look at the items and see what she wants to grab. And it would be nice to scoop the claymore, but we can't do it because we don't have gold coins. These are 2 gold coin items. Actually, nice to have them out there. We will get gold coins in the next scenario, but we don't get them here in the first opening scenario of 3. I think she's going to go ahead. This one gives us a shield and dual wield. This one lets you reroll any 1 die used in a fight. And I think she's going to spend her one of her 2 copper coins, and she is going to get the Seafarer's Charm. Let's take a closer look. So it rolls a yellow die, and it says when you're fighting, you may reroll any single die used in the fight. You must keep the new result, which is pretty good, because if you roll a crappy 1 on the yellow dice, which of course I never do, we get to reroll it again. That goes directly to her hand. All right, back to doing the rest of Captain Whitehawk's turn. But, of course, before we do that, we need to replace the item with a dagger. Alright. Dual wield, cleave, rolling a yellow die. That's pretty cool. Okay, now we're getting some red physical items out, which is good to have. And it's a silver, so we should be able to recruit that actually sometime this opening scenario. Alright, back to the rest of Captain Whitehawk's turn. Alrighty, rest of cleanup. So that was recruiting. And now it's discarding. So we can discard down to as many cards as we want. So in Captain Whitehawk's hand, she's got a deckhand, a ship mage, and the Seafarer's Charm. I think we're going to keep all of those, or should we get rid of... I think maybe we're going to discard a deckhand. I think. Yeah, we're going to discard a deckhand. That's going to allow us to draw 3 cards. So let's see what we get. We get a deckhand, okay. Lots of basic. We get a ship mage. And we also get, we get the Captain's Flintlock. You get to snipe with a black die. Snipe means you can attack any monster anywhere, anywhere on the board, and you roll a black die of damage. Cool. And sniping is not considered an attack either, so we can attack the werewolf with a snipe attack, which is cool. Alright, so we have an item. now. So we can use the deckhand with the flintlock, or we can use Captain Whitehawk with the flintlock. Shipmage with the Seafarer's Charm. I think we have lots of options now, so that's pretty cool. Keeping in mind, though, the game's kind of puzzly, because if you blow all your items and characters early on, when you jump to the second scenario, you may be short-handed. You don't want to do that. That's pretty dangerous in this game. Alright, discard, refill. So we did that. So we're going to refill, basically. Captain Whitehawk's going to refresh. Alrighty. So that's going to be her, ready for the next episode, next turn. I'm calling them parts this time. Sometimes I do episodes, sometimes I do parts. And that's going to be it. And then at the end of the round, the taunt marker, she did not taunt. So the taunt marker comes over. Or did we taunt the rat swarm? If I taunted the rat swarm, yeah, and I forgot to flip it over. You're supposed to do that. Okay, forgot. Right. So back, we're going to go to Zot the Wizard when we come back in our next episode. I'm trying to get these episodes or parts out as soon as I can. They seem to be coming out every second day. It's about what I can handle. Like I said, I'm back to work now. I've moved into my place. And of course, work now has me scheduled more hours and days than normal, because it's busy summertime. And we've had lots of students and stuff leaving for other jobs and things, so things are getting a little bit more hectic than normal. All right, thanks for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, likes. I really appreciate it. This is the Battle for Greyport. We're doing the Blood Moon Rising scenario. The Captain Whitehawk and Zot the Wizard. Will they prevail? I guess we'll find out in the following upcoming episode. So thanks so much, and we'll see you then.